Hi. Hi, welcome to I Got Your Back. I'm L. Renee Lewis, your host. This is an exciting time for us. As you know, we have been going through our Perfect Fit series. And that series is specifically designed to really help you ace that job and get that ideal job for you. Now, we have another guest. If you were here last...
Yes, Mrs. Lewis, my question was the part that you were going to talk about, which is if you're in and it's not a great fit, what are the one or two things that you can do to make it a little better and make it a better fit?
And what's your name again?
My name is Got Your B.A.A.C.
Thank you. Thank you. That's an excellent question. Right now, a lot of people are facing just fear and struggles, right? Fear because so many companies are either downsizing, changing things around and things like that, that you're not quite sure of, you're not quite sure one of your own, where you are now, but even if that wasn't the case, it's just different areas in the company you just clash with. So here's my 2 cents to it, and what I've known to work successfully with various people, and Dr. Shore can jump in with this as well. One of the first things to do, if you realize there's a clash, you have to find where is there even ground. Because there's something that they value and you value that you have to come together with. In reality, there might be a lot of different value, structure pieces, process, organization things that you don't do alike. And so that creates the cultural clashes. But if you can find one or two things that you value, and when I say value, it could be the quality of work, your efficiency, it could be timeliness, it could be, your letter of detail to something, it could be the protocol on how you approach something, all kind of areas like this. Try to identify wherever there's a clash, what are they valuing most, right? And then it's two things to do. Look at what they value most and figure out which of those are a complement to what you value as well. Because now you can have a conversation of things you have in common and you build from there. Or if there's not really much in common, but you can at least identify what they value, then at least you know how to adjust yourself so that you can address it in a method that is important for them. Okay?
Oh, that's another great answer. And the word that came to my mind was adaptability.
Absolutely.
To learn to adapt to different circumstances. The other term I like to talk about is what we call emotional intelligence. So it's not just what you're good at functionally, but how do you get along with people, and how can you, and your communication skills and your self-awareness, these are all things people bring to the workplace, which allows them to be either successful or unsuccessful.
Mm-hmm. Very much. I remember a pastor of mine used to say quite often, he used to say, you need friends around you who will tell you the truth. The friends who they'll tell you the truth whether it hurts or not. You have to have that, and you have to be willing to really listen very closely and not be so defensive. Because if a person is telling you, you might want to just stop and listen sometimes, because it comes across. If they can't finish their sentence because you're rushing through or you're trying to make explanations of why you do what you do, well, that automatically says there's a wall up. Mm-hmm. And because that wall is up, if I can't get through it as your friend, surely an employer who you have a conflict with can't get through it either. And that's going to be a much harder wall to climb because, they're paying that check. So it's real important to be able to say, okay, first, let me have a group around me. Now, one of the things that used to work once a year or so for you to do a check and ask for different people to give you coachable moments. And you may want to look up a level, a peer, and your employees if you have any working for you. And what you do with that is you say, I just really would appreciate some coachable moments. If you can tell me something I do very well and something that I can enhance to make me a better me, I would be ever so grateful. You would be surprised how many people are incredibly honest. They will, especially your employees, your teammates, all of them, they're willing to take that moment with you. And then if you're willing to receive that feedback and do something about it, that makes a difference.